Hi, my name is Blair Dover, and this is my capstone project for Dr. Tashner in the spring of 2017. So I decided to create a professional development course online after a needs assessment from the school that was conducted through our technology committee. I sat down with our tech facilitator and our professional development facilitator, and we discussed what we thought some needs would be for the upcoming school year. From the teacher point of view and the feedback that we got from them, it was a lot of either I want you to sit down and go through everything with me and let me play with it while we go through it, or I want to not look at you all year, you just give me some options for online professional development, and that will be how I get my professional development for the year. That will be how I learn how to implement technology or new ideas into my classroom. So Asia and Monica decided that they would tackle the face-to-face things, and I told them that I could develop an online course, and we decided that using Google Classroom would be simple and easy for the time being. It may be something that we transition into Canvas over the summer. So, from the teacher point of view and the needs-based assessment, there were a lot of teachers that talked about being saturated with technology, and they would like to have some professional development on that end. There were other teachers that talked about just having access to articles and things like that to kind of guide their behavior management or implement flexible seating and things like that. So there were some other specific apps that CMS is putting into place, like the Read Write app for Google Chrome, that teachers wanted more information about. So that's what a lot of my modules are built out around, and throughout the summer we'll be putting some more on here and building them out a little better. But at the moment, this is kind of what we got. So the online class starts with just kind of an introduction into the professional development and what their assessment, quote unquote, will look like when we get done. And any comments or anything, they can email us directly and ask anything that they need. So on the left, you'll find all of the topics. We kind of set these up like modules so that when you click on one specific topic, it will take you just to that topic. And the one that I'm going to go through, just to kind of give you a glimpse into what we've been working on, is the flipped classroom. And a lot of the feedback around the flipped classroom model was not necessarily how to do it, but how to motivate students to do it. We work with high school kids, inner city school students, and in general, a lot of low socioeconomic students. So motivating, not necessarily having the technology, it's motivating them to do it once they get home, knowing that they have a job or they have to take care of their siblings or whatever the case may be. There's something else that they're going to be responsible for. So with each one, there's one or more documents. For the flipped classroom, there's only one. And the first document that teachers will see is kind of this intro into motivating students to do the work once they get outside of class. There are some other videos and articles that will help teachers understand what the flip model is, if that's difficult for them. But for this, like I said, most teachers understood what it was. They just wanted to make sure, they wanted to know how to motivate students to do more of the work, make sure they were understanding that part of it. So this first part really is based on my own experience, giving the teachers somebody to come to as an expert. And for some of these other modules, we've asked several other teachers, being the expert in the school, to write their piece. And it goes through and talks about when I first began to flip my classroom. I don't do it for every lesson. What it kind of looked like when my kids did not come in with the work done, and what I did from there. So It goes into setting the expectations and understanding that this is what we do. This is what my classroom looks like. This is what I expect of you, and hopefully you expect of yourself. And giving teachers just some regular, everyday feedback, really short and sweet, homework assignments, that kind of thing. So below that, we have attached some articles and some videos. So we're trying to hit both learning styles as far as watching the video or reading an article. Most articles are less than, if printed out, they would be less than a page long. So they're really quick and easy places where you can get ideas from. Ideally, what we would like to do over the summer is turn this into a video of my classroom at Rocky River High School, in addition to, this these articles and these other videos that were pulled from YouTube. So teachers can actually see this working in a Rocky River High School classroom that with children that they know or that they've seen in the hallways, and possibly making it so that you stop throughout the video and add in these expectations, and this was helpful, and I don't do a ton of outside work, and it's only about 20 minutes long, and having students record themselves at home doing the work. Ideally, that is the next level and what we will move to, but this is the basics of what we've kind of came up with at this point, just as a guide for teachers. The next piece would be lesson plan creation, and everything is linked so that teachers can just move from one piece to another. With lesson plan creation, there is a checklist, a list of things to keep in mind with what I've experienced in my classroom, and a lesson plan template, there we go, for them to use. So again, something kind of quick and simple just for teachers to go through. They can print this lesson plan template, they can print the checklist, or they can go and just make their own copy and use it as is on Google. Whatever they prefer to do. Some teachers, like to have something that they can actually hold on to and check items off as they go through and plan. So I also made sure to run through the basics. This is a great opportunity for differentiation, a choice board, a menu, hitting all of students' learning styles, things like that. A lot of teachers get stuck in that we want students to read this, and every night we're going to read something. Well, not all of our high school students, or many high school students for that matter, like to read. So it's important that you differentiate. Going through these individual pieces will hopefully help them understand what the expectations are when creating their own flipped classroom. And then once they get done with this, again, it is linked what we want to see from them. It's also on the original instructions. What we want from you is a video. We want you to record your own classroom, record your students in this flipped model and what all you're able to do now that your content piece is outside the classroom. We want you to show everybody, this is what I'm able to do in the classroom. I have time for projects or discussions or Socratic seminars or whatever the case may be. So to really help others understand, this is what I'm doing. We did put a disclaimer in that we don't expect everything to be perfect. We want you to record, reflect, and repeat. We've kind of called it the 3 R's. So the idea is that you record. Obviously, you go back over it yourself. Go back over it with a colleague that you trust that's going to give you some good criticisms, and then reflect on what can be changed and repeat the process. And have, your students be a part of your video time and time again so that they can understand this is just something that we do. This is what class looks like, and that's okay. Even if yours isn't perfect, I've never wanted to watch the perfect implementation of something in a classroom and then be expected to off the bat do the same thing. So it's okay if it's not perfect. We want to create a Rocky River High School expert guide using a YouTube channel. We would pull these teachers' videos and put them on this YouTube channel so that everybody across the globe, not just at Rocky River or in CMS, but you know, anywhere that needs these videos could see how to implement these things in, you know, classrooms that are a little more diverse. A lot of times, a lot more diverse than what you'll find the first time out when you go on YouTube. So teachers will, of course, be able to get their continuing education units from posting videos of themselves. That would kind of be the end result. Something that we can use on our expert guide page is what we want to have. And that would be how they would get their continuing education units. So, again, once they get done with this, they would come back on the student end of it. There is a, you can click and add your video and submit it, and that would show that they're done. And then, of course, me or the tech facilitator or the PD facilitator could go back and review those and move them onto our channel. So, once they get done with that topic, they could move on to a different topic. You know, if they want to look into read write for Google, they could go through and do that. And then, like I said, record a video of the students using it in their classrooms, and what it looks like and how, you know, how they implemented it piece by piece. So that is my capstone project. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.